Greetings to all the viewers. This is the session we are going to discuss about the named reaction, Etard reaction. This is the part of organic named reactions. We already carried so many sessions based on this kind of concepts. All are available at the channel World of Competitive and Conceptual Chemistry. In addition, if you want to go with the conceptive basis or competitive basis or else research based chemistry in terms of 10th standard, intermediate, graduation, post graduation level, all are available at the channel World of Competitive Chemistry. Previous year question papers of CSIR NET RF also solved, and detailed explanation is provided over World of Conceptual and Competitive Chemistry. The topic whatever we are discussing taken from the organic named reactions textbook, which is authored by Dr. Kavita Kothireddy Kota. Etard reaction. Definition of Etard reaction. Etard reaction is the oxidation of aromatic methyl group. Wherever methyl group is present, that is supposed to be oxidized by means of Etard reaction to aldehyde. This is said to be controlled oxidation rather than complete oxidation. Complete oxidation of methyl giving rise to carboxylic acid. Rather, controlled oxidation, it will stop at the stage of this aldehydic functionality. So, Etard reaction utilizing the specific distinguished reagent, that is chromyl chloride, that is designated as CrO2Cl2. Non-polar solvent is suitable for this kind of reaction to proceed. Carbon disulfide is the suitable solvent for this one, or else you can utilize carbon tetrachloride as well. Let me repeat. Methyl group is supposed to be oxidized into aldehydic functionality by treating with chromyl chloride as a solvent, chromyl chloride as a reagent in the presence of non-polar solvent media. Right. So here if toluene was taken as a sorting material where methyl functionality is there, and eventually you can achieve benzaldehyde by controlled oxidation in terms of Etard reaction. The reaction is provided over here. If you are taking toluene as a starting material, chromyl chloride is the reagent for Etard oxidation process. Carbon disulfide is designated as a non-polar solvent media. Eventually, methyl is converted into aldehyde. There is a formation of aryl aldehyde as the final product. I'm taking the entire reaction in the schematic representation. Toluene is supposed to be treated with chromyl chloride. Benzaldehyde could be the final product. If you want to know about the entire mechanism related with the Etard oxidation process, this is the kind of toluene molecule where we are having CH3 functionality. One of the hydrogen taken part of this oxidation process, wherever bonded electrons taken by the carbon itself, hydrogen is pulled toward the oxygen present on the chromyl chloride. Chromyl chloride is CrO2Cl2 is the right representation. Right. So whenever this oxygen is taking the hydrogen from this methyl functionality, so this chromium experiencing a deficit of electrons, being pi bond is shifted toward the oxygen atom. That's the reason why pi electrons within the benzene conjugated system are taking part of bond with this chromium atom. Whenever bond is taken with this one, here is the formation of carbon to chromium bond, and where you can notice the oxygen whichever taken with this proton, that is transformed into hydroxyl functionality, and one more ketonic functionality is located upon this chromium. This oxygen now going to bind up with this olefinic carbon atom which are present on ortho with respect to this chromium, so that here chromate ester kind of functionality is located, and that pi bond is moving towards the restoration of the aromaticity of the benzene ring, and here the cleavage of carbon to chromium bond taken place over here, and completely this chromium functionality shifted from the benzene carbonatum to methyl carbonatum. After getting this one, there is a possibility for the abstraction of hydrogen again from this methyl carbonatum only by means of chloride. Chloride is able to taking this proton, and bonded electrons are moving toward this side. Whenever bonded electrons are moving toward this side, what happens? The entire chromium group, being it is bulkier, larger, and that is losing one of the chromium, one of the chlorine, which is responsible to pull this proton from this methyl carbonatum. The entire chromium fragment is discarded from the system, and there is a probability for the formation of aldehyde functionality or the benzene ring. Eventually you can say benzaldehyde, and only the leftover fragment here will be chromium is accompanied by one of the chlorine in either hydroxyl group. Chromium chlorohydride formation, hydroxide formation is possible as a byproduct. Within the reaction, we utilized one of the oxygen of the chromium, and one of the chlorine atom is also discarded from the system. The reaction is proceeded via 2,3 sigma tropic rearrangement. It is a concerted pericyclic reaction, right? So whenever we are shifting this chromium from this benzenoid carbon to methyl carbon atom, that is proceeded with the pericyclic reaction, right? So this is the clear representation of the mechanism for this Itard oxidation process. Aldehyde could be the final product. I am taking toluene, chromium chloride is supposed to be treated, benzaldehyde will be the final product, right? So here the suitable reagent to accomplish the reaction will be chromyl chloride, that is mentioned as CrO2Cl2, and the solvent requisite will be carbon disulfide or else carbon tetrachloride. Non-polar solvent is suitable, being the entire process is a non-ionic mechanism. That's the reason why this is the suitable one, right? Conditions: room temperature to mild heating is required for this reaction. If you want to understand the mechanism, first of all, benzylic hydrogen from the toluene methyl group will be shifted towards the chromyl chloride in the first step. Decomposition and followed by hydrolysis taken place, and aldehyde could be the benzaldehyde could be the final product, leaving this chromium as a byproduct. If you are taking paranitrotoluene as a starting material under this Itard oxidizing agent conditions, nitro remains as such, will not be affected by the reagent. Rather, methyl group is supposed to be converted into a kind of aldehydic functionality. Initially, whenever chromyl chloride is treated in the presence of acetic anhydride, first of all, methyl group is converted into diacylated methyl functionality. Later, supposed to be hydrolyzed, hydrolysis giving rise to aldehyde functional group on the benzene ring. This is said to be paranitrobenzaldehyde. If you are taking para-bromotoluene instead of nitro, if you are taking bromo functionality, chlorine HNO2 equivalents if treated, initially there will be a homolytic fission of the bond and free radical substitution reaction taking place upon being two equivalents were taken. That's a reason why dichloro dichloro substitution taken upon this methyl functionality. Hydrolysis, 2 chloro replaced with 2 hydroxyl, dihydroxyl and the same carbon is highly unfavorable, being lone pair of electrons are repelled very larger extent. That's the reason why immediate dehydration taken and giving rise to aldehydic functional group as the final product. Bromo will not be affected by means of the entire process. Para-bromobenzaldehyde will be the final product. I am taking methyl functional group upon the pyridine, so that here 2-methyl pyridine will be the starting material. Itard oxidizing agent chromyl chloride will be treated. Methyl totally converted into a oxidized form, that is aldehyde. So 2-formyl pyridine will be the final product. This is the important application in order to introduce the aldehyde functional group on any kind of aromatic system or aliphatic system as well. Itard reaction, the detailed mechanism is provided one more time. If you are taking toluene as a starting material, chromyl chloride is the distinguished reagent for the Itard oxidation. Controlled oxidation taken, methyl is subsequently transformed into aldehydic functional group. In order to understand the mechanism, the reaction is initiated by shifting of hydrogen from methyl functionality to the oxygen of this chromyl chloride, and eventually there will be a kind of bonding between the aromatic carbon atom to the chromium, so that you can notice the chromate ester. and that will participate in the 2,3 sigma tropic rearrangement. The olefinic double bond is participating in the restoration of the benzene nucleus, and this departure of the chlorine entire functionality from this aromatic carbonatum, and oxygen whichever present over this chromium is taking a new initiative for the bond formation with the methyl carbonatum, so that there will be a new bonding between this carbon to oxygen of this reagent. So this chromium is departing this chlorine in the form of chloride ion in addition to the bonded electrons. The released chloride having susceptibility for capture the hydrogen from methyl functional group. And ultimately this oxygen to chlorine bond cleavage taken place and bonded electrons taken out by this chlorine, so that benzaldehyde will be the oxidized product, and the chromium accompanied by one side chlorine either side hydroxyl functional groups. This is the detailed mechanism pertaining with this Etard oxidation process. If you want to understand what applications Etard reaction is accompanied by, it's very essential for aromatic aldehyde manufacturing. Wherever methyl substitution is present in the aromatic compound, there the Etard oxidation is the very common practice to introduce the aldehydic functionality. Very important in the chemical synthesis for manufacturing of aldehyde functional groups within the compounds. This is the way application preview is provided for Etard oxidation. If you want to understand the examination point of view regarding Etard oxidation of the toluene, what could be the final product? Obviously, it will be the benzaldehyde. Need not to go for the complete oxidation benzoic acid. The suitable answer will be benzaldehyde, being it is a controlled oxidation, mild oxidizing agent it will be. So that explanation Etard oxidation stops at the level of aldehyde stage only. This is the way Etard oxidation is clearly explained, and examples and the detailed mechanism is also provided. In the next session, we will discuss regarding E1, E2 elimination reactions. Meanwhile, we are going to sign off by this Etard oxidation process. Hopefully, you understand the entire process and you've gone through the informative session, I hope. And you can watch the channel and share with your friends and watch regularly. Subscribe the channel so that you will get the contentful knowledge regarding this chemistry, and you will get the success in your field, either it may be academia or research or competitive examination perspective. Everywhere the concepts what we are discussing will be very much helpful, and it will give the career fetching for your chemistry endeavors. Thank you very much. Signing off, Dr. Kavita Kuttireddy Kota.